What's going on, family? This is not financial advice. You know the rest, man. Go do your own research, man. We up here trading live today, man. Um, you gotta check out my boy, Option Millionaire, man. He's pretty solid, man. Gotta check him out, man. You know what he's doing and teach you the game. But you know, we can go. Just gonna kind of go over something that I saw in the market today and some news on earnings. So first and foremost, we're gonna check out the big dogs of the game. We got Microsoft. So let's see what Microsoft is doing today. And they're not faring well. So it's gonna kind of zoom in so you know they had earnings um yesterday at the bell. So as you can see, this is what they did. So they spiked up. Initially they held up here. So I assumed I stopped watching them after I seen this and they consolidated right at the overnight session because they were doing well. Right at the overnight session, they fell like a rock. And then they kept going. So this is the morning. So this is where prices are this morning. This is all we got for today. So Microsoft did not do well, um, as you can see. So that is a clear sign to me. All the rallying we were doing was just uh, trying to run stops, man. We made a lower high in divergence. They gapped down today. Um, the gap is pretty big. I don't think they're gonna go back up there. That's just my opinion. They could consolidate for the rest of the day because the move was so big. But this is a clear sign. We can look at the bigger time frame and see exactly where they're at. So this is where Microsoft is at this point. We're back down here at 234. So there's no support down here until we get back down to ranging from 227, 230 area, 227 down to, yeah, we can go all the way back down to 219 and even 214. So huge gap down. This could be a continuation move because the gap is so big, but Microsoft did not do well. And we're going to check out the big dog who reporting today. As you guys are probably already know, the big dog Tesla, man. So Tesla's not doing well today. They're down 3.38%. They rejected off of the zone, and I'm expecting them to come back down to 136. So that would be a possible trade for me. 136 zone, maybe possibly 137, possibly, but 136 is probably where I'm assuming they're going. We got a series of lower highs on Tesla, and this is what I'm looking at for Tesla. So gotta respect the trend lines, man, because the trend line is the only thing that's actually valid. You can use all the indicators you want over a period of time. It's about being consistent, and this is the most consistent way. In my experience, is trend lines, support, and resistance. That's all. So trend lines, geometrical patterns are real, man. So I don't really trade patterns, flags, and things like that, but this is sufficient enough for me. Less indicators. The screen is clear. You can see what price is doing. With a clear downtrend, I'll be waiting for the moving average to react. We can go to the smaller time frame and even dig deeper. And here we go. Check. Look at that. Look at that. Beautiful. So we can see where the moving averages are on the smaller time frame to confirm um, if you're trying to scalp. So this is what Tesla's doing. I'm expecting them It could push back on up to 140 area, but I'm expecting them to continue to push down to 120, 136. That'll be the target for Tesla today. And then we're gonna get to the trades that I saw, the trades that I took this morning. Um, so we're kind of stacking up now. So the market gapped all the way down from up here. In the overnight session, and it kept going. So we are at some sort of support. It's not a major support, but it is some. This is where they bounced previously on Monday. This is Monday's area or zone, whatever you want to call it. So they could be bouncing here back on up. We'll run on back on up to possibly 39.80, 4,000, somewhere up in here in this zone. But we're going to get to my trades that I saw. All right, so we're in a clear downtrend. So at 9:30, we had a nice push back up. So this is the retracement move. So if you were to draw a trend line, they're in this huge downtrend, as you can see. Huge downtrend, kind of overshot it. And we got this side of the trend line. Look at that. Look how that matches up perfectly. We got an overshoot of this trend line. All right. Huge downtrend. We're going to kind of widen it to make it even. Look how perfectly that fits, man. That's amazing. So, got a series of lower highs here. Trend line fitting nicely. 9:30 came. They spiked back up, hit this trend line. So this is just a temporary retracement, right? Back up. I think they rallied 95 all the way back up to 96. So about a 10-point retracement move. They spiked back up and they immediately turned down. Um, so the trade that I saw, we'll kind of zoom in just a little bit. And I seen this retracement, this zone up here at 39.60 off the trend line. We got another lower high right in here. This was my short entry around 9:48. I did catch the entire move. I closed profits right before they bottomed, right before they stacked up. And that was my trade for the day. That was literally my trade. So that's about 10, that's almost 20 points. Almost a 20-point move. Close to it, close to 20 points on one trade. So that's really all you need for the day. I'm going to mark this for you. When you got this momentum, beautiful trade for the day. You can see retracement. Then we got a lower high, moving averages, and we got a strong push down. We're already in a downtrend. We're just looking for a retracement. And then if you zoom out, if you check out the bigger time frames, you can kind of see what they were doing. So we're in this downtrend, right? They retraced, big old rejection candle. They got this hammer, and then they got the gap down. They didn't gap down to support, so there would be no reason for me to buy this candle. I'm just looking for a retracement because we're in a downtrend. This 10-minute candle, or you can go to the 15, which I prefer. That was my entry. One trade done for the day. Look at that big old red candle. So it can be done, man. You just have to be patient with the market, and they'll throw it over the plate like days like today, man. They'll just dump. Like there's really no way that you could, you know, avoid this. This is just how the market moves. The market just moves. You got to take what they give you on days like this. So Nice trade for the day, probably done. I'm expecting them to come down to the first area of support down at 39.40. 39.40. What is that? Looks like 39.50. Yep, 39.50 down to somewhere in this zone. They could come down to 39.40. 39.50 to 39.40 is the zone that I'm expecting them to touch today. Who knows when they'll do it? Um, because they are at their lows and they're stacking up. They're kind of trying to find support, but they do fall, it will be straight down. They're coming straight down to 39.50 to 39.40. That's the first stop. If they stop there today, because the gap is so big, the momentum could push them straight through 50 back on down to the 3900 zone, 39 to 39.20. So that's what I'm watching now. They're potentially doing that right now as we speak. And these are the drops that you can catch if you can, because normally when they do this, they just drop like a rock. They push straight on through, and that'll be it for today. So then they just consolidate after the move. So yep. So let's see where we're going. Okay, looks like they already dropping. There's really nothing you can do now. They gone. Yeah, they are gone. Yeah, look at them. They dropping like a rock. 393 put. Yeah, look at them. They dropping like a rock. So now we can expect 39.50 to 39.40. The market is dropping. Continue to push. That's where we're expecting a bounce. Probably 40. Probably 40. Because looking at the bigger time frames, you can see they're about to finish the rest of this move. So we could get a bounce at 45, 46 area, but I'm expecting 40. We can kind of measure these legs to see where they're going. Most of the time, on a smaller time frame, you can kind of see where they're headed if you have a measure move. Yep, down to 39.40 somewhere, 39.40, 44, 45, somewhere down there. But if we measure the bigger leg, which is the gap from the gap, this move could potentially, a measured move could potentially push them back down to 30, 39.10, 3900 area. Look at that. That's crazy. That's crazy. Huge potential move back down to 3900. A measured move back in this zone. Ain't that something? So all this rallying was just fake. A fake move to the upside. Especially if Tesla comes out bad. Man, it's not gonna be good for this market, man. It's not gonna be good. We don't know if they're gonna drop, but if Tesla did what Microsoft did, we could see a real push down. So that's what I'm expecting, man. If we get a real push down, they still falling. Look at them, still falling, just dropping like a rock. So we got support down here, so you know they're gonna bounce. If they drop straight through the support, man, they could come back down there today. But I'm almost 90%, maybe 70 to 80% sure that they're gonna bounce somewhere in this zone from 39.50 to 39.40. but they will get there. They'll drop. They'll touch that zone today. They're still dropping. Still dropping. Yep. All right, man. Hit like and subscribe, man, so we can keep this content pumping, man. This can be done. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Out.